So we'll begin with our feet flat to the floor and sit up tall. So you can be relaxed in your chair, but try not to slink back too much. Try not to totally relax here. But find a sense of calm, find a sense of length in your spine. Feel the feet flat to the floor, toes pointing forward. Lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders. Let the chin slightly draw towards your chest, lengthening the back of the neck, feeling the top of the head float to the sky, and hands can be down by the legs or in the lap, whatever feels more natural to you. And then if it feels good in the body, you can close the eyes, or if you'd prefer, keep a soft gaze down by the floor. And once you find this place of stillness in the body, begin to find stillness in the mind. So begin to quiet the thoughts. Begin to separate yourself from anything you might be thinking about, anything that might be weighing on the mind. Maybe if you're anticipating something coming up or you're continuing to think about something that's already happened, just feel yourself gently separating from that and focus on the sound of your breath. So begin to notice each inhale and each exhale. Allow it to be deep. Allow it to expand through the body. And really notice your physical self in this space. So notice where the chair meets your hips. Notice where the feet meets the ground. Notice the air on the skin. Notice the stacking of your bones. Maybe even noticing the hair on your head, the clothes on your skin. Really just becoming extra aware of all of your surroundings, everything that's nearby, everything that you're working with today. And take a moment to notice the energy that's in your body this morning. Notice if maybe there's a lot of energy. Maybe you're not feeling that there's much there today. Maybe you're feeling really good, or maybe you're finding that there's some physical tension or emotional tension lingering in the body. And without judgment or expectation or anything else that we sometimes attach to ourselves, just be present with that. Notice what it is, notice what's there. And then allow that, whatever you find, allow that to guide your practice. So allow that to inform the way that you move. Allow that to inform the choices that you make with your movement. Let that guide you to determine whether or not you'd like to take off your shoes. Maybe you'd prefer to keep them on. Maybe you'd prefer to take all of the more challenging modifications, or maybe you'd rather take it a little bit more gentle this morning. Knowing that there's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad, it's just you moving with your breath in a way that best suits your body and your experience. Stay connected with your breath as you move throughout the class, the physical aspects of the practice. Keep the breath constant. So if you notice at any point, maybe the quality of breath isn't as easy or deep as it was when you began, feel free to pull back a little bit, maybe modify. Always prioritize the quality of your breath before anything else. So you can always make any changes, do what's best for you, and just find that the breath is what remains constant. And find one more deep breath in. As you exhale, gently allow the eyes to open if they were closed. Once again, lengthen the spine, so feel the meeting between your hips and your sits bones down into the chair. Feel the spine grow longer. Bring the belly button towards the spine, beginning to engage the abdominal muscles. Relax the shoulders, and then take your right hand to the top of your head, just gently. So nothing, don't grip or anything, but just let the hand gently rest on top of the head. Feel the weight of the palm on the very top of the skull. And then gently bring the right ear towards the right shoulder, and the palm is here to help guide the head. Finding a lengthening on the left side of the neck, pressing the left shoulder away from the ear. Take a deep breath in, and then from here, gently guide the chin towards the chest, looking down by the legs, and then the hand can come to the lower part of the skull. And again, finding just a little bit of gentle pressure, keeping the spine long, and then inhale, slowly bring the crown of the head back up to the sky, and then release the right hand back down towards the leg or the floor, wherever feels comfortable, and then take it to the left side. So now left hand comes towards the top of the head, and once again, just find the connection between the palm and the skull, and then as you're ready, bring the left ear towards left shoulder, lengthening right side of the neck. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, gently transition, drawing the chin towards chest, maybe looking down by the legs or the floor, maybe transitioning the hand to the back of the head. And one more deep breath. Gently bring the crown of the head back up towards the sky and release the hand down to the floor. And then from here, we'll take some circles with the head and neck. So without the hands, just let your right ear come to right shoulder, and at your own pace, when you're ready, let the chin come towards the chest, lengthening the back of the neck, and then when you're ready, bringing the ear to the opposite side, and then all the way around. So to the extent that it feels accessible in the neck, take a couple circles here in that same direction. So again, noticing the energy in your body, going at your own pace, and doing what feels most natural. And then begin to reverse the direction. So same thing, letting the head tilt as far back as feels accessible. Beginning to notice how this feels, connecting with the breath, going at the pace that feels best in your body. And take one more. And then gently allow the head to lift back up to center, and then bring your chin over the right shoulder. Finding just a gentle rotation in the neck. Move through center and take it to the opposite side. And inhale, move through center, look over right shoulder. And once again, using the breath, look over left. And come back to center. From here, let your right hand fall off of the leg. Let it hang down by the chair. And then from here, press the palm away from you. So find a rotation from the shoulder out. And then imagine you're going to reach over and touch the wall next to you, maybe your neighbor. Extend as much as you can while keeping both hips to the chair. And then come up and over, lengthening towards the left side. So find that the rib cage expands. Take a deep breath in, come back up to center. Let the hand rest back to wherever you'd like to put it, and then take the opposite hand down. And just allow it to rest for just a minute, and then find that rotation, pressing the palm away, extending all the way forward as much as it feels comfortable, and then sweeping the hand across the sky and finding length, keeping the chest open here. And take a deep breath in, come back to center one more time to each way. So the right hand will relax, rotate out, extend, keeping both hips flat to the chair, lengthening up, and then finally all the way over. Deep breath in, come back up to center, and then to the opposite way, releasing the hand, pressing it away, finding length, and then finding that same scoop through the air and opening the ribs. And find the way back to center. Take the hands towards the legs, and then draw your fingers in towards one another, and then widen your feet just a little bit. So feet are flat to the floor, toes point forward, knees are over the ankles, and press into the palms gently to lengthen the spine even further and lift the heart. So from here, we'll find a cat and a cow stretch while we're seated. So bring the belly button into the spine, round the back, chin comes to chest, and tailbone draws under. And then inhale as you open the heart, take the tailbone back, lift the crown of the head towards the back. And use the breath, continue at your own pace, finding this scooping out of the belly, this contraction. And inhale to open. And when you're ready, just continue that same pattern at your own pace. So whatever this looks like for you, that's fine. Don't get caught up in what it might look like or what you'd like it to look like. Just move with breath. Find what works for you. And just become aware of the spine. So notice how this feels. Notice if maybe your spine is in need of a little bit of extra attention or compassion or awareness. And just really use this practice, this physical engagement of the body to become more aware of the places that need more love. And wherever you are, take one more set. And finding your way back to a neutral spine. So just notice the difference between opening the heart, finding that bit of a back bend, and then coming back to a long neutral place. And then from here, once again, feet widen just a hair wider. Arms remain where they are. And then adjust your hips on your chair so you're stable and lead with your heart with a flat back. Come all the way over. Maybe the belly comes in between the legs. Drop the head and slowly roll up. And continue at your own pace, following your breath. So once again, becoming aware of the spine. Finding gentle movement. And also finding that this comes more from the abdominals and the back body rather than the head or the neck. So as you lengthen forward, engage the muscles of the back, and then as you contract and drop the head, begin from the center of your abdominals as you bring everything back up to center. And go at your own pace. So go as fast or as slow as you'd like. And wherever you are, find just one more. And the next time you find the crown of the head up to the sky, take a moment here to once again lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders, and then begin to roll the shoulders up and by the ears. So again, at your own pace. Take one more towards the back and then reverse, bringing the shoulders up and then forward. Noticing how it feels. Noticing if there's any tension in the shoulder area. Take one more to this way and then bring the hands down by the sides. And then from here, find kind of a melting quality to your movement and let the head be heavy. First, find that the ear drops to shoulder and then let the hand be heavy. Let it lengthen all the way down. Maybe it comes all the way to the floor, and then engage the left side obliques as you begin to rebuild, coming back up to center. Allow your head to come up last, move through a long spine, and then allow this melting quality to come to the other way. So starting with the head, and then collapsing into the rib cage, letting the hands come down to the floor. And then once again, using the obliques to draw crown of head back to center. And exhale to the other side. So ear comes to shoulder, head drops find your way down. And then move your way back up to center. And one last time to this side. And then bringing the crown of the head back up to the sky, coming back to this neutral place. Take the palms, interlace the fingers behind the head, and then press the elbows towards the back wall. Really opening up the chest here, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then let the back of your head rest into this little hand basket that you created, and then open the heart up towards the sky. And just allow yourself to have the head be supported by the hands, open the heart, a little bit of a back bend. Take a deep breath in, and then beginning from the abdominals, bring the belly button to the spine, and then come into a little bit of a crunch here. So keep space between the chin and the chest, contract the spine, bring the belly button towards the back, and then inhale, on your own time, open up. Once again, find that back bend, chest to sky, head in the hands, and then exhale. When you are ready, find the reverse. And match your breath to your movement. Inhale as you open, and exhale as you find this contraction. Take about 2 more at your own pace, keeping elbows drawing back. And finding your contraction. One last time. Opening all the way up. And exhale. And then gently, once again, find this neutral spine and let the palms come back down by the legs. And then bring the hands by the arms of the chair and then take them to the back part of the chair. So you can let your hands kind of wrap over the back of the arms. Scoot your hips just a little bit back so you feel stable. Lengthen the arms, squeeze the shoulders together, and then give yourself some resistance as you draw your heart forward. So let the arms lengthen. Find that the top of the head is in line with the tailbone. Take a deep breath in, and then bring the elbows to bend as you bring the spine back and bring the heart up towards the sky, gentle back bend here. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, once again, stretch the arms, let the heart come forward, but try not to round the back. And then once again, bend the elbows with a long spine, press back, and then come back up to center. Once again, release the hands, and then from here, hands can come by your hips or down by wherever they feel most stable, and take the right leg, extend it forward. Flex through the foot, allow the toes to point up to the sky, and then from here, take a couple circles with the ankle. A couple times in each direction at your own pace, and then take it to the other way, allowing the ankle to rotate in whatever way that feels good. And then let the foot come back to this flexed position. And again, lengthen the spine. From here, think about bringing the knee towards your chest. So the knee will bend, the foot remains flexed, the knee will lift up, engage the lower abdominals, and then press the foot away. So imagine you're pressing something away from you. Keep the foot flexing. And we'll just continue that same pattern, keeping shoulders relaxed, letting this come also from the lower abdominals, keeping the spine long, keeping shoulders relaxed. We'll take 3 more. Use the breath. Really imagine that you're pushing something away with the foot. 1 more time. And then from here, let the heel come down to the floor. Keep the leg extended, and then just lift and lower the leg. So try and allow this to be fluid, and although it's an activated and engaged motion, try not to let it become a momentous kick. Just allow it to flow up and then float back down. Take 2 more. And then from here, bring the foot back in underneath the knee, and then take the opposite heel forward. So once again, stretch the back of the leg, beginning with just a couple circles of the ankle, rotating in one direction, and then when you're ready, switching to the other way. And then once again, come back to a flexed foot. Stabilize through the knee, the foot that is bent. So taking the right foot, really pressing it into the floor. Lengthen the spine. Take the left knee in towards your chest. And then once again, imagine you're having to press a wall or a block away from you. Try not to relax into the chair, but keep the spine long, keep the core engaged, and use the lower abdominals to draw the knee up kind of like it's on a string. And take 2 more. Last one. Once again, extend, place the heel down by the floor, and then find that floating of the leg. So let it float up, and then as you lower it, try not to let it drop, but float it back down. And again, trying not to bring the belly or the back to relax. Keep it long. We'll take 3 more. And 2, and 1. Heel comes back to the floor. Draw the knees in. And then from here, bring the soles of your feet together, widening your knees. So knees and legs come into kind of a diamond position. And here, as the soles of the feet come together, the pinky toe edge of your foot is probably lying on the floor. And then lift that up. So you're kind of lifting into the big toes here. And then widen your knees. And then from here, with the hands by the hips or by the chair, just draw the knees in and then open them out. So finding the inner thighs are engaging to bring them together, and then press them away. Take 2 more. Draw the knees in towards one another. Press them away. Last one. Bringing them in and pressing them away. And then taking the soles of the feet back to the floor, and then once again widening your legs, but the feet remain flat. So knees are opening away from one another. Toes are gently angling out. Heels are in. And let your hands come to the legs with the fingers pointing in. Let the arms relax, and then once again lift your spine, and then starting with your left shoulder, begin to lead with your left shoulder as you look over the right shoulder, finding a bit of a rotation in the spine and the rib cage. Pressing the feet into the floor, lift up through center. If you'd prefer to take this standing to make it a little bit more physically engaging, you're welcome to do that. And use your breath. So inhale as you come up through center, lengthen the spine, and then exhale as you find that twist looking up towards the sky or to the back wall. And take 1 more to each side. And coming back up through center, gently walk your feet back in so they're in line with your hips, and then begin to lift into the heels to stretch the top arch side of your foot. Press the heels down and then lift the toes up. So begin to move through the feet in like a rippling motion, kind of like you're massaging the bottom part of your foot. And continue at your own pace, really lifting up as high as you can into the toes, drawing the heels to lift. Take 1 more. Lift into the heels, press the feet down, scoot the heels in just an inch closer to your chair, and then bring your weight into the feet, and then lift your hips up off of the chair, coming to a full standing position, and then draw the shoulders up and back. So finding a release through the upper body, and then taking the shoulders up and forward. And then from here, take the arms up overhead, but relax your shoulders. So allow the shoulders to draw down and away from your earlobes. Tuck your tailbone underneath you to bring the belly button towards the spine. And then imagine that you're lifting up out of your own hips. So rather than sinking down and letting the rib cage come closer to your hips, really lift out. But as you do that, try not to invite more tension into the shoulder area. Really press the shoulders down. And then activate your hands. So find that the hands widen, open up, feel a stretch between the fingers, and then draw the fingertips in, make a fist and squeeze. And use your breath. So make sure you're not holding anywhere. Keep the tailbone drawing underneath you, and take a few more here. Opening and then squeezing. 2 more. Open and squeeze. 1 last time. Opening and squeezing. And then let the hands come back to neutral. Draw them down behind you. Make a fist, or not a fist per se, but interlace your fingers, drawing the hands together, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then bring the shoulders away from your ears. So imagine that you're drawing this fist to touch the floor, touch the backs of the heels. Find just a little bit of a back bend here by pressing your belly, hips, and pelvis forward, gazing up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in, and then come back up to center. So realign all of your bones. Let your hips stack over your knees, knees over ankles, toes point forward. And then once again, begin to draw your interlaced fingers down towards like they're going to touch the floor. Begin to press your pelvis forward, lift up to the sky, and gently come back to center, bringing the tailbone to tuck under, release the hands, and then from here come up and widen the feet just a little bit, and then just begin to sway here. So let the arms be heavy. You can let this come from the upper body a little bit. Try not to control too much. Maybe let your gaze follow the shoulders, follow the arms. Use the breath. Take one more to each side. Come back up to center and press the feet into the floor. So as you come here, notice the difference between this, what you have to do to sway, and then what you have to do to realign and press the feet into the floor. Lift up really tall here and let the shoulders draw away from your ears. And then press your palms away, stretch the fingers, draw the arms up to the sky, and then tuck the shoulders back and take the hands behind the head. And once again, we'll find that opening in the chest. So here, find a little bit of bend in your knees, press your elbows back, let your head relax into your hand basket, bend your knees a little bit, find a back bend. Inhale, come back up to center, beginning with your belly button. Bring it towards the spine. As once again, bend the knees, find this crunch, space between chin and chest. And then inhale, open up, elbows are wide. And then exhale once again. Couple more times, go at your own pace and squeeze your belly muscles. Open everything up, and then exhale to round. Really press the elbows back. Let your head relax. And find this crunch. One more time. And round. And gently come back up from here, keeping elbows pressing back. Really stabilize your hips here. So allow the hips to draw forward. And once again, gentle bend in the knees, leading with your left elbow. Come to a little bit of a rotation in just the rib cage and spine. So keep the hips forward, resist the temptation to turn all the way. And then come back to center, relax the shoulders. Lead now with your right elbow and open up. And one more time to each way. Really just isolate the hips. Come back to center, and one more time, rotate. And come back to center. From here, take the arms once again all the way up overhead. Take them out to the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together like you're squeezing a pencil in the center of your back. Find a little bit of bend in the knees and hinge from your hips. Bring your heart forward. Let the top of the head be in line with the tailbone. Take a deep breath in. Bend your knees. Take the arms under the shoulders. And then inhale, bring them up overhead. Extending all the way towards the sky. Beginning again, arms open out, squeeze shoulder blades, gentle bend in the knees, hinge forward at the hips, flat spine, and then let the arms come under the shoulders. Inhale, draw them back up overhead. One more time just like that. Extend the arms away, squeeze the shoulder blades, gentle bend in the knees, heart leads, shoulders over wrists, and then come all the way back up. And then from here, take the hands down by the hips. And then we'll come to stand behind the chair, so adjust, move anything out of the way that you'd like to. Take a second here to shuffle, do whatever you need to do. You can move the chairs that aren't really being used. I'm assuming that no one else will come. So feel free to pull. Make sure you have space is the point. And then from here, let the hands be soft by the back of your chair. And then begin to, starting with the right leg, just begin to swing the leg front and back. So let your knee be bent. And let this kind of be like a door hinge. Let the hip relax. You might engage the foot a little bit so it doesn't smack the floor every time you move. But then notice where your standing leg, your left leg, notice that you're not sinking down into the hip, but you're lifting out of the hip. So that might give you more space underneath the foot. And then relax your shoulders. If you don't want to use your chair for balance, you don't have to. Maybe close the eyes if you want more balance. Feel the left foot, feel the toes pressing into the floor. And also engage your core. So bring your belly button towards your spine, tuck your tailbone under. And then from here, when the leg Next comes forward. Extend the leg and press through the foot. So find some balance on the left foot. Maybe one or two hands come off of the chair. Again, lift up out of your hips. Let the shoulders relax. And then once again, just like we were seated, beginning with the knee, bring the knee up towards the chest and then press it away. So the leg does not have to be high. Try not to extend your pelvis forward and lean your spine back. Keep everything lifting here. And again, find resistance. So imagine that you're pushing a block or a wall away from you. And find a lift with the bend rather than just that kind of door hinge. Take one more here. And then very gently bring the leg back towards the floor. Take a moment to stand on both feet. Notice the difference, if there is a difference between either leg. And then from here, begin to shift the weight over into the right leg and let your left leg find that swing. So again, relax the hip. This doesn't have to be big or small. It doesn't have to be fast or slow. Just allow the leg to swing. And whatever you want to do with the hands, you can. But feel that you're lifting up out of the hips. You're keeping the spine long. And you're using breath here. And the foot can be flexed. Whatever you need to do. Maybe let the hands float away from the chair. Maybe close the eyes if you need more challenge. Take a few more. And the next time you find the leg ahead of you, once again, flex the foot. Lift up out of the hips once again, and then begin to draw knee up to chest and press away. Continuing in that same pattern. Keeping the foot flexed, so press through your heel. And one more. Extend, and then very gently float the foot back to the floor. Feel both feet flat underneath you. Roll the shoulders up and back, and as you do that, allow that to lift out of the hips once again. And then take hands by the back of the chair. Starting now with the right leg, we'll take kind of the opposite of that knee lifting. So leg will extend back, flex the foot, lift the leg high enough that you feel the lower back and glute and hamstring engaged, and very actively press through the heel to flex the foot. And then from here, begin to curl the heel towards your low back, finding a stretch in your quadricep, and then extend it back behind you. So once again, imagine that you have to push something away through that foot. Use your breath, relax the shoulders. If you want to take your hands away from your chair, you can. And keep your heart lifted. Try not to sink too much into this left hip. Try and keep your hips in line with one another. Try not to open up towards the right too much. And take about two more here. Find the extension, and then take the big toe down to the floor and just press into the very top side of your foot, finding a stretch in the arch. So the shoelace side of the foot, allow that to stretch. Take a deep breath in, and then switch the foot. Come onto the ball of the right foot, and then press your heel down. Take the arms up overhead, or keep them by your hips. It's up to you. And just begin to lift the right heel, and then press it back down. So again, notice that both hips are square to the front of the room. Fingertips are active. Relax the shoulders and open your heart. And just find this shifting of your weight from the front side of your body towards the back. Couple more here. Two more. And last one. And then from here, press the heel down. Bring your hips forward, find a gentle bend in your knees, extend up towards the sky, and with a flat back, bring your heart towards the back of the chair. So you can choose to take this more actively, or you can have the hands to the back of the chair, bringing the heart forward. And take a deep breath in, bring the crown of the head back up to the sky. And then gently bend into your left knee and step the right foot forward. Hands come back down to the chair or your hips. And then once again, we'll transition to left side. So take the left leg back. Flex your foot. Find that you're not opening up towards the left side, but you're keeping both hips in one line. Belly button comes to spine, and then begin to draw the heel in towards your back and extend the leg away. And continue in that same pattern, relaxing the shoulders, using your breath, really engaging the quadricep and the hip and the glute and everything else back there. Try not to let the upper body collapse. We'll take about 3 more. And 2. And last one. And then from here, big toe of the left foot comes to the floor, and find a little bit of a stretch in the top part of the foot. So to the extent that it feels accessible, allow the foot to kind of round, stretching top part of foot. Take a deep breath in, switch to the ball of the foot and press the heel down. And then again, arms either up overhead or by the hips, just begin to lift into the heel and press down. Keeping everything upright, relaxing the shoulders, shifting between front foot and back foot. Take 2 more. And then from here, keep your left heel pressing down. Find a gentle bend in both knees, lengthen up through the spine, and bring your heart forward to the back of the chair. So again, choosing if you'd like to keep arms up overhead or hands come to the back of the chair. Let the heart come closer towards the floor. Take a deep breath in, extend long, come all the way back up to center. Let the hands relax and gently step forward. So finding once again, all of the bones are stacking, relax shoulders, rib cage over hips, hips over knees, knees over ankles. Draw your tailbone underneath you. And then from here, step just a bit wider. So find that you have space to the left and right side. Press both feet down into the floor. Extend the arms out. And then from here, take your left hand across to give you a little half hug around your rib cage. Take your right hand up and overhead and then bend into your left knee. And then let this be fluid. Really press the weight into the bent knee. Come back up to center, extend the arms, take it to the other side. So a little half hug, wrap right hand around the waist, bend into the right knee, stretch as far as you can here. And then coming back up to center, and we're just gonna continue in that same way. Coming up and over, lifting all the way back up, relax the shoulders, and then to the other way. So find your breath, find a pace that feels natural. Try not to rush, and just notice what feels right. And take a few more, bending as much as you'd like into that knee, keeping opposite leg straight. And 1 more to each way. And last one. And then from here, the legs will remain the same. So we'll continue to bend into one knee as the opposite leg straightens. If you want a little bit more space to bend further, maybe the heel of the straight or the foot of the straight leg will lift up. So this finds a deeper stretch in the inner thigh, and your hips can draw back a little bit deeper. So from here, arms will come from a T position to come all the way forward, but try not to let this weigh you down. Extend forward. And then press into the foot, relax the shoulders, take it to the other way. Bringing the arms out and then forward. Inhale, open through center, and exhale to bend. And of course, go at the extent that it feels accessible, following the energy of your body, and going at your own pace. And no matter what you choose or what you do, try and keep the spine lengthening. Take 1 more to each way, pressing the palms back and then drawing forward, and pressing back and forward. And then from here, both feet flat, arms come up to the sky. Keep the tailbone tucking under as you just isolate the shoulders and upper back. Bring the arms down and around. Use your breath to lift and exhale to circle back. Few more times here. If you want to make it more physically active, as you come forward, bend into the knees, find a little bit of a squat, and open and extend. So it's your choice. But find that your hands are engaged. Try not to let them, don't forget about your hands. Use the breath 1 more time here. Bringing the arms all the way forward, and then back, and then let the arms come down by the sides. Press the palms into your legs, and then press the shoulders away. And from here, starting with your right hand, let the arm slide down. As the left hand comes up towards the rib cage, extend it up towards the sky. Once again, engage your left side obliques as you bring the crown of the head up to the sky. Let this hand come down, take it to the other way. So maybe even looking up towards the top hand, engaging now right side obliques as you lift all the way up, and continuing once again at your own pace. So it doesn't matter what it looks like, just think about engaging the obliques. One more time to each side. Coming up, and last time. Coming all the way up, and then from here, extend the arms. Once again, find this T position. We'll bend the knees and find a rotation, looking over back shoulder, but be careful that the knees don't kind of twist with you. So knees bend, but they point forward in line with ankles. Inhale through center, and then exhale nice and slow, so don't rush. Coming through center and exhale to rotate. So again, keep the core engaged. Try not to let this be too out of control, and just let the arms float. Keep feet flat to floor, and your weight is back in your heels. And keep your tailbone drawing underneath you. One more to each way. Last one. Once again, come back up to center, hands to the back of the head, press the elbows all the way back, and then engage your back body. Bring your belly button to your spine, and with the flat back, gentle bend in the knees, come forward. And then as you come back up, find length, engage the backs of the legs. As you come, bring the top of the head to the sky. We'll take that about 3 more times. Flat back forward, inhale up, and flat back forward. Keep finding length. Inhale to lift, and one more time. Inhale, lift. And then once again, find this interlace of the fingers at the back of the head. Let the head rest into the hands. And take a deep breath in. Come back up to center. Let the arms relax. Roll the shoulders up and then back, releasing any tension. And then up and then forward. And then from here, heel toe the feet back in underneath you. So allow all of the bones to stack once again. Hips over knees, knees over ankles. And then take the hands to the back of your chair. So once again, we'll find that cat and that cow stretch. So bring the weight back to your heels. Toes are light. Tailbone draws under. Bend the knees as chin comes to chest, round the back. And then inhale, open and expand. Continuing in that same pattern. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. One more time. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. And then gently come back up to a neutral spine. So allow everything to stack once again. And then from here, take the right leg back. And then from here, take it back just a step further. And then just a little bit further than that, and then bring the crown of the head up to the sky. So you're balancing on the ball of the back foot. And then from here, arms can either come by the hips, or you can draw the chair closer to you for a little bit of support, or arms can come up to the sky. This will activate the shoulders just a bit more. Press into the front foot, and then bend both knees at the same angle. So find that the front knee bends over front ankle, back knee will bend as well, tucking the tailbone under, aligning the pelvis, and then press into the back foot to straighten both legs. And so we'll keep going at that same pattern, finding the same bend, same angle, extending up. 3 more times. Try not to dive forward. Imagine you're sliding up and down a wall. 2 more. Use your breath and extend. Last one. Coming all the way back up. From here, float your hands to your hips or your chair. And then find, once again, the cat and the cow. Stretch with the back. But here, use the lower abdominals to draw the knee in towards the nose. And then extend it back. Maybe find a bit of a lift here. And exhale, round. Inhale to open. Relax your shoulders. The arms can always kind of do what they'd like to do. So don't feel obligated to follow me exactly. Just find that all of the energy comes into center, and then as you open, everything extends. Couple more times. Exhale, round. Inhale, stretch twice more. Find your breath. Last time. Inhale, stretch. And then from here, this right leg, cross it back behind you. So nothing major, but just a little bit of a twist. And then take the same arm, right hand will come up and over to find a C curve in the body. So crescent moon shape. Extend, open up, rotate the heart and the rib cage up to the sky. And find deep breaths here. Relax the shoulder. Take one more inhale, come back up to center. And then gently lift the leg, bring it back underneath the hip. And transition to opposite side. So from here, send the leg back. And then again, finding just more and more space. Maybe hands float towards the hips or up to the sky. Keep the two hips drawing forward, and then bend front knee over front ankle, and back knee bends at the same angle. So find a stretch through this left hip, and then inhale up to the sky. Use the breath. Keep the front foot pressing into the floor. Relax the shoulders, open the heart. Take 3 more. And lift. 2. And last one. From here, take the hands to the back of the chair. Let the back leg flow up off of the floor. And then again, find that cat and the cow. Use the lower abdominals to draw knee to nose. And then inhale to open and extend. And continue at your own pace, using your breath, finding all the energy coming to center, and then extending and opening. And again, arms can come wherever it feels most natural. Using low abdominals. 2 more. Last one. And opening up. And then from here, this left leg crosses gently behind you. Take the left arm to lengthen up and then draw it all the way over, finding a stretch through the left side of the body. Taking one more deep breath, gently coming back up through center, letting the foot coming back to where it is, and then taking a moment here to close the eyes, finding your alignment, finding some balance as well. So if you'd prefer to take the hands away from the chair, go ahead and find a lift through the upper body. So take a moment to notice that the lower half, the legs, the feet are grounding down through the floor. So imagine that you don't stop at the floor. Everything goes further and further. And then the upper body lengthens up to the sky, relaxing shoulders. So notice if you tend to lift the chin to give the illusion of more height or more lift, and then gently tuck the chin back into its aligned place. And then from here, begin to just shift left and right. So maybe keep the eyes closed, or if you prefer to keep them open, that's fine too. And just find a gentle shifting back and forth. Again, keeping the belly squeezed. Just noticing the weight on each foot, trying not to sink in or let the head dive over to one side. And then from here, if you'd like to lift the leg a little bit higher each time, go ahead. Maybe you'll notice that one side's a little different than the other, and that's fine. And just notice where the weight is. Notice any habits you might have as you shift the weight. Notice if on one side you tend to sink into a hip, or maybe you get a little ambitious on one side versus the other. And again, just find that shift. And then the next time you find yourself on your left leg, pause there. Find a little bit of lift. Your chair or a wall is always there for you. And then from here, flex through this leg and just begin to pulse the leg straight out to the side. So again, the lift can be as high as low as you want. It can stay down by the floor, but then again, notice that you're not sinking into the left leg. You're keeping everything lifting, you're flexing the foot. Arms, once again, come wherever they'd prefer to be. So maybe if you're looking for activation through shoulders and upper back, the arms can extend to the sky. We'll take 5 more. Keeping legs straight, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift, pause, and then let the foot come to the floor. Relax the arms wherever they are. And again, find both feet flat to the floor. Use the breath, and then again, find that shift. So once again, trading weight between feet, trying not to sink down anywhere. Just let this be light. Let this be very airy, very fluid, fast or as slow as you want. And then the next time you find the weight coming to right leg, pause there, let left leg float, find that place of solidness. And then when you're ready, begin to pulse this leg. So allow it to come right out to the side. Lifting up through the right hip, relaxing the shoulders, letting this be as big or as small as you want, up to you. Using breath, maybe arms come wherever they want to be. Maybe they're up to the sky. Keep flexing through the foot. We'll take 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and pause, and then place the foot down to the floor. Hands come by your hips. Take a bend into your left knee and press the left hip out to the side. And come back up through center. Take it to the opposite side, pressing the hip out. Once more. And last time. And then from here, once again, we'll come to some balancing. So hand can come by your chair if you would like it. If you'd prefer to take the hand away, that's fine too. But the other hand will be on your hip. And then beginning with right leg, take the foot to the inside of your ankle to start. And then once again, notice if you're hanging out in your hip, and then lift up out of it. And then from here, just slide it up and slide it down. And that's all for now. Sliding up and sliding down. Notice that your shoulders are in line with one another. Maybe one arm or both arms extend to the sky. Take 2 more here. And then from here, choose where you'd like to pause with the foot. So it can be by the calf or by the ankle. And then just begin to open like a door, press the hip back, and then draw the knee back in line. And then use your breath to continue in that same pattern. Relaxing shoulders, activating the back body here. We'll take 3 more. Here's 3, and 2, and 1. Keep the knee towards front, and then just find a little bit of an extension, and then pulse. So again, noticing your left hip, try not to sink. Lift yourself up. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place this right foot onto the floor. So hips are square. And then from here, we'll find a little bit of a fluid movement, similar to the cat and the cow stretch, but you'll find a melting quality, kind of a melting quality. There's no other way to describe it. Let your chin drop to your chest, and then melt the arms down. Think about bringing your nose to your thigh. So here, notice that the body is rounded. You're kind of collapsing. And then press into your feet to build the bones, replace the muscles, extend up to the sky. And then once again, exhale, bring the nose down towards the legs as you bend. Maybe both arms come in here. And then inhale to lift once again. And then exhale, find this melting. And inhale to lift. So imagining that you're kind of just collapsing here, but then everything builds back up and there's energy in the body. Take 2 more. Exhale, melting down. Inhale to open. One last time. And inhale to open. Then from here, keep the upper body extended and then slowly bring the arms down. And then press the weight into the right foot, maybe adjust the hips, and then take the left foot forward. So coming back to that low kind of quasi tree pose here, the right hand can come to the hip. And then once again, beginning from the ankle, just begin to slide up and down. Relaxing shoulders, keeping the knee pointing forward, aligning your hips, using breath, trying not to sink into your right hip. We'll take a few more here. 2. Last one. Choose if you'd like the foot by the ankle or the calf, and just begin to open and close. So feel the knee pressing back and then closing it. And of course, go at your own pace. Find your balance. Whatever you'd like to do with the arms is fine, and try not to send your pelvis forward. Keep the gaze focused on one spot that's not moving. We'll take about 3 more. Here's 3, and 2, and 1. Press the knee back, bring it forward, find an extension of the leg, and then as high as you'd like or as low as you'd like, just begin to lift and lower. Using lower abdominals here, letting the leg remain straight. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let this foot come to meet the floor. And again, hips are square. From here, we'll let that melting quality come to the back. So arms extend up to the sky, and then bend the knees, open your heart just a little bit. Find that gentle bit of back bend here, and then come back up. Press into the feet, and then exhale, open here. Doesn't have to be big. And exhale to realign the spine 3 more times. Exhale, open, and inhale, coming back. Here's 2, and realign 1 more time. Exhale, open. Inhale, come back, and then gently bring the arms down by the sides, and then step the left foot back. From here, we'll come to just a couple chair poses. Roll the shoulders up and back, and then back and forward. And then you can keep the hands by the hips, or if you'd prefer, extend them out from the shoulders. Weight back into your heels, and then sit back into a chair. And then press into your feet. Extend the arms up to the sky, and then exhale, come right back. If you'd like a little bit more activation in the ankles and calves, as you lift, you can lift the heels off of the floor. So as you bend, keep weight in the heels. As you extend, maybe the heels find their way away and off the floor. And try not to dive forward. Keep the heart lifting. Use the breath. Keep the spine long. Sink down as low as you like. Up to you. 2 more. Find that bend. Inhale to open. Last time. Bending. Opening all the way up. And then once again, heels come down to the floor. And then from here, either keep the arms up or by your chair, or maybe one. Begin to just lift and lower your heels. Relax the shoulders, open the heart. We'll go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then from here, hands come to the back of the chair and begin to step your hips back. Find a fold here. So if you prefer to take this on the floor as a more traditional downward facing dog, you're welcome to do so. Just whichever option you prefer. Find that you're pressing your hips all the way back. Your spine is long and the head is between the arms. And take deep breaths here. And take 1 more inhale. Bend the knees, slowly draw the feet back closer towards your chair, bringing the crown of the head up to the sky. Roll the shoulders up and back, and then up and forward. And then from here, once again, widen your legs. So toes point forward, weight is even between both feet. And then from here, extend the arms. Bend your right knee as you take your left hand to the thigh or the ankle. And then extend up towards the sky, straightening your left leg. Inhale, come up to center. And exhale, take it to the other side. Opening up, finding this rotation. And inhale to lift. And exhale to gently twist. 1 more time, each way. Inhale, open. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to open and exhale to rotate. And come back up. And then from here, take the palms down by the side. Press the hands together. Bring the thumbs into your heart. And then inhale, open the arms up towards the sky. And then from here, press the thumbs all the way back as much as you can. But still find a relaxation in the shoulders, trying to keep the arms straight. Try not to squeeze the shoulders by the ears, but relax them. And then once again, extend the arms forward. Bend the thumbs back into the heart. And take that 2 more times. Tuck your tailbone under. Extend the arms forward. Inhale to lift. And then send them as far back as you can. Use your breath. Take a deep breath in. And then once again, take the arms forward. Thumbs come back to your heart. 1 last time. Extend. Inhale to lift, and then press all the way back. Take a deep breath in, arms lengthen forward. Hands come back to heart center. And then extend the arms. Once again, hands come to the back. Interlace the fingers. Squeeze shoulders, open your heart. Once again, find that bit of a back bend here. So open the heart up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Gently bend the knees as the crown of the head comes back to center. Begin to draw your heart forward as much as it feels comfortable. Maybe pause here or come to a full forward fold. And maybe the arms come up and over the head. Take one more deep breath and very slowly begin to roll up, bringing the crown of the head slowly up to the sky. So take your time here. And then release the arms, roll shoulders up and back, and then roll up and forward. So we'll come to sit in the chair now. But of course, if you'd prefer to stand, that's fine as well. It's up to you. We'll just have a few more things before we stretch. And so we'll come to eagle pose. So if you'd like to take it standing, go ahead. But to start, we'll take the right knee over right leg. So just like you're seated in a chair, and you're just relaxing. But here you'll activate the foot and the ankle and begin to squeeze this part towards the other shin. So maybe this foot wraps around if that feels available. But just notice that you're not twisting to the side. And you can always just squeeze it here and then leave it there. And if this feels super uncomfortable, you can always just cross the ankles and keep the knees drawing together, your choice. Lengthen your spine, extend your arms, and then from here, right elbow comes over left. Maybe you stay here and press the palms together, or you can interlace the wrist, bringing the fingertips towards one another. And then just notice that you're not sinking here, but you're lifting the elbows, and then lift your spine tall. Take a deep breath in, and with a flat spine, begin to bring the elbows towards the knees. And try not to relax or collapse here, but keep the spine long and just find a gentle connection. Maybe closing the eyes, finding space between the shoulder blades, making sure that you're breathing consistently and deeply, and just finding all of the energy in towards center. Take a deep breath in, and then slowly begin to lift the crown of the head back to the sky. Extend the arms, extend the legs, and take a moment to rotate the palms up to the sky as you open the heart. Take a deep breath in, come back to center, and then prepare for other side. So left leg will now cross over right, picking whatever option of legs you'd prefer. The heels can come together, or you can maybe wrap the ankle around. Noticing if each side is different, extending the arms this time, left elbow over right. Separate the shoulder blades. The backs of the palms can press together, or you can interlace the palms. Lift the elbows away from the heart, and take a moment here just to find length in the spine. And then as you exhale, begin to draw the elbows forward, keeping the spine as long as you can. And again, using breath, really noticing the legs together and the arms together. Take one more deep breath and very slowly begin to draw back up to the sky. Extend the arms open, extend the legs, and then once again, rotate palms up as you open the heart towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you relax the arms onto the legs. And then once again, just rolling out shoulders, releasing any tension that might have found its way to that area, and then taking them forward once again. Feet are flat to the floor. Scoot the hips back just a little bit, and then once again, widen your legs. Let your hands come to the inside, fingers draw in. Bring some weight into your feet and lift up through the spine. Once again, just like we had previously, beginning with your right shoulder, bring the shoulder forward as you twist the spine, look up over the left shoulder. Inhale, come to center, and exhale to rotate. And same pattern of movement, moving through center and finding rotation. Moving through center. One more to each way. Lifting and rotating. And lifting and rotating. And coming back up. Bring the legs back towards one another. From here, we'll just do some abdominal things. So to begin, scoot back on or adjust your hips on your chair as you need to. Press the feet into the floor. Lengthen the back and then recline, just enough to feel the core engaged. Hands are by the hips or by the arms of the chair, and bring the legs together. Lift up onto the toes, and then one knee at a time will come up towards the chest. So if you'd like a little bit more challenge here, begin to take both knees up at the same time. We'll go for 12. So relax the upper body. 10 more. Use the breath. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax everything down. And then from here, once again, find a long spine, and then take your knees over to one side. So maybe one hip will kind of hang off the chair, but make sure you're stable. And then from here, rotate your rib cage to face your front of the room. So we're all in a different kind of space. So make sure that you're facing your front part of the room. Hands will come to the back of the head. And from here, we'll find an oblique crunch. So you'll think about bringing your nose towards your hips. So trying not to bring it forward to the knees, but keep this rotation. And you'll find a little bit of a scoop of your hips under. And that's kind of what you want to really engage the oblique. So we'll once again go for 12 and find this crunch nose to hip and lift up. Keep the rotation to center. 11 more. 10, 9, 8, squeeze. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up tall, relax the arms, and then transition to the other side. So again, knees draw to one angle, but find a rotation in the rib cage and hips to face your front. Hands to the back of the head, maybe one hip is kind of hanging off. Lift up tall, and then scoop, find that C curve as nose comes to hip, and then open up. We'll take 10 more. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lifting all the way up, returning to center, and then finding that your right hand comes to your left hip, and then take the opposite arm up and over, finding a stretch through the obliques, through the side body, using the breath and coming up to center, and then taking it to the opposite way. Inhaling all the way up and lengthening. Come back to center, and then from here, find a forward fold. So bring arms up overhead, and then exhale. The belly comes to the thighs. Relax all the way over, and really think about letting the head and the neck and the shoulders be heavy. Take a deep breath in and slowly roll all the way up. Let your head come up last. And then from here, send your right heel forward, toe up to the sky. Press through the heel, and then adjust the hips onto the chair so you can stretch the leg as much as feels accessible. Arms come up overhead, and then gently draw your chest towards your knee. And arms can come to the thighs, or maybe to the ankle, or to the floor. And when you're ready, lengthen the spine. Inhale to come up. And then from here, take the same leg. Option A, the heel crosses over the ankle. Option B, the heel crosses over the thigh. Whichever you choose, keep the foot flexed. So press through the heel and then open the knee out to the right side. Hands can come to legs or shin. Inhale to lift the chest, and then exhale, nose comes in the direction of your shin. I'll stay for 3 full breaths. And one more inhale. As you exhale, come all the way up. Take your time. And then release the leg down to the floor. And switch to opposite leg. So extend the heel forward, toes up. Extend through the spine, arms reach up towards the ceiling. And then chest comes in the direction of the leg. So maybe hands continue to extend, or they can come to legs, to thighs, to ankle, to floor, whatever feels natural. One more deep breath, slowly roll up. And then from here, once again, find that pigeon stretch. The heel can come in front of the ankle or it can reach up to the top of the leg. Flex the foot, open the knee out to the side, lengthen tall through the spine, and then bring your chest in the direction of the shin. Keep the top foot flexing. And take one more deep breath. Bring the crown of the head up to the sky. Release the foot back down to the floor. And then take a moment just to roll the wrists a few times in one direction. Then transition to the other side, other way. And then take this rotation to the ankles. Taking one ankle a couple times one direction, the other ankle a few times in the opposite direction. And then switching legs. And then other way. And then if there's anything else that I haven't offered that you feel that you would be happy to do, take a minute to do that. But otherwise, if you're ready, you can scoot back in your chair and we'll do a breathing exercise. But if you happen to be stuffy today, if your allergies are a little bit affecting you, or maybe you just would rather take deep breaths instead, do what you need to do. But for Nadi Shuddhi breath, starting with the right hand, you'll bend the middle 3 fingers in, leaving pinky and thumb. You'll close the right nostril with your thumb, inhaling through the left, and then switching sides. So now the pinky will close off left nostril and you'll exhale through right. And the breath is meant to be cyclical and slow, so take your time. You'll inhale through right nostril and then switch sides, exhale to left. So it's up to you. We'll do this for about maybe 2 minutes if it feels relevant. It helps to kind of balance out both sides of the brain and the body. And take your time. So try and go slow. This helps you to really slow down and be more conscious of the breath. So if this feels relevant, you can begin. Maybe eyes closed or keep a soft gaze. And we'll go for about 2 minutes. The next time you breathe out of the left nostril, you can gently release the hand and maybe let the eyes close or keep a soft gaze and take a few minutes here for relaxation, to really let yourself be held and supported by the chair, separating yourself from your thoughts, Feeling any tension release from the body. And take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently open the eyes, draw the palms together at heart center, and take a moment to reflect on your practice, noticing if anything has changed or maybe nothing's changed, and just practicing being present with whatever you find without any judgment, without any expectation. Just allow yourself to be in your body with your breath, finding more space and time for compassion, for patience, for self-awareness, and also finding time for gratitude as well. Namaste. The light in me honors the light. I know it's mood lighting in here. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks for coming.